We got some Zangief. I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't here last week to talk about all the craziness that was the Cammy trailer, Zangief trailer, Lily trailer, and all. And so I got to miss out on that, but I know you guys went in. But we got to have a little bit of extra news this week. Of course, we got some gameplay. So Geef kind of came out the gate just swinging, not just in this trailer, how they kind of introed him in, but we got a lot. I don't actually remember if this stage was in the initial trailer, but the stage is kind of already insane.
I think that was it the underground stage.
I honestly cannot remember, but like the more I'm looking at his gameplay,
I say this is the stage because I mean, yes, it is. One, two. During that trailer, like I immediately saw the dudes behind fences, and I'm like, all right, yeah, that's totally Zangief.
Okay, yeah, definitely remnants of kind of the Street Fighter 2 days, and I believe that is Russian. I'm seeing in the background in those signs too. So,
I gotta give it to Street Fighter, like Capcom in general. I feel like this is the one thing they never kind of like disappoint me on. Is every stage that they make, I'm like, this is a cool ass stage. Besides the ones that get banned, unfortunately, such as like the flying stage, but they're really all cool concepts, and I think they're still sticking to that concept of making these really cool backgrounds. So we even saw it in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which they're a little silly, but they're cool, right?
Oh
so
yeah.
I like that they're still.
Give me my Minotaur.
Space robot Geef in space. That was also a good one.
I'm just trying to go back to Jurassic Park.
Or Jurassic Park, yeah, I remember that. But yeah, so kind of like I kind of just want to make a note here. I'm just not over how good Geef looks in this. Yeah. Like his head's kind of properly proportioned to his body. It's like in the past we've seen him in like in 5 and in 4. He's kind of a little more exaggerated, right? They're not trying to dial it in. Granted, it's not trying to be super realistic either, but they definitely normalized the look, but it fits. He is this kind of towering, just god of muscle, right? And he's wearing pants, so he's definitely grown in so many ways. But one thing we got to check out here was just like an interesting sequence. I don't know where you guys were when this dropped. We're getting the usual, right? The headbutt. We got the headbutt to EX Lariat, which that in itself was what got me already. I was like, wait, EX? The hell does EX bring? Because I'm always used to what? 2. You got the punch and you got the kick lariat. Kick lariat normally is faster. Punch kind of kind of has like a better hitbox, so it works better as anti-airs in previous iterations. I don't think as much in Street Fighter 5, but definitely in 4. And I'm assuming projectile invo. Now I'm wondering if EX is like supposed to be the better of the two, or is the one that gives you projectile info?
Yeah, I didn't catch this until I mean, obviously I think they dropped this up yesterday, and I showed my friend. I said, oh yeah, look, the tornado can actually probably be held sort of like the other thing, like V-trigger, right? So this is so weird because that's obviously super number 2 that was shown in the original trailer.
Yeah,
so you can
we're seeing 3 bars, right?
Yeah.
I'm curious how damaging this is gonna be. Like, I mean, we're talking about a big boy, right? So he should do a ton of damage. But then it's like, it's Geef, right? They can't overpower him, because if they do, then he's this dominating force, right? But like, there hasn't been a game where Geef is just like fully 100% just free. Like, right? So
yeah.
I'm kind of curious if they're going that route, because we do have a lot of these fighters, these characters who are going to get in your face. The game feels more footsie based, so it allows him to play the game a lot easier. I'm just wondering if they're going to allow him to slide off of the parry drive cancel, the rush cancel. If that's going to allow him to still do the EX Lariat at the same time, or has to press a button. I don't know. It's a lot of interesting things about this situation.
Definitely the grappler class is gonna, like, that's what a lot of people are looking at, because the system with DI, right, Dragon Rush, Dragon Impact, and parry are gonna open up, because it's universal, right? Everyone's getting it. It's going to open up some really interesting avenues, especially things like Dragon Rush, where you get plus, you get 4 extra frames or something like that to whatever your button is, so you can make a button that was negative, not positive, and such. And with a proper counter hit from max range, which we've seen in characters like Dawson, like insane range like Dawson, to like your your standard characters from Far Fierces, from like your Kens or Ryus that are able to then convert from, right? And we're talking a character, an archetype like Grappler that traditionally has always been slow. The walk speed is like probably decent, but not like anything to write home about, because that's the point, right? You can't let them close that gap so quickly. So that's why I found this is interesting that they're showing this off, because for one, we're seeing a vacuum effect. Like, I just want to be clear here. There's definitely a vacuum effect that is happening here. Sure, he did get a hit here. It kind of masks it a little bit from the headbutt to EX. If we see in the actually early pieces of it from headbutt to EX. But if you look just a particular frame or so on Honda, on poor Edmund here, there is really a vacuum effect that does occur there that is going to pull the character in, which should be similar to, like Static G said earlier, right? V-trigger, because there's certain gimmicks and things you can get through. Like, I'm assuming this is projectile invoke, so this is the way that he's able to maybe super on reaction to a projectile, pull them in and punish. But also, maybe the point of what they're doing here that gives you that, that super slow kind of floaty hit afterwards is you can go into super, or potentially you could maybe go into an area speedy that we might not be aware if he has or not, just like they did in Street Fighter V.
Well, he does in the last trailer.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I was not 100% sure. Okay, so if he has it, then yeah, he could definitely apply that here. But the super, like, I don't know about the damage, because I'm going to assume there's going to be scaling going on here. Like, there will be scaling.
Oh, it has to be.
Otherwise, it'd be, like you said, it'd be kind of cheap, right? It's just like one run projectile. It's like, oh, there goes 60% of my health because he decided. But at the same time, they're spending 3 bars. Like, you should be getting a reward for that.
The question is it going to be equivalent to them doing a level 3 super, right? Their critical art or not. Right? Is it going to be almost equivalent to that? Because if it's doing if this combo, because we've kind of seen some of the scaling, is going to be around like 5.4k or 4.5k. 4.5k, I'm going to say it's not worth it, right? Because we're seeing characters like Jamie just do whatever he wants for like not even 1 bar, technically. So, I honestly think this might be cool to finish somebody if it's like gonna be like 4.5k instead of hitting that, like trying to get a raw critical art or a hit into a critical art, because we start seeing scaling. I believe it's after 2 to 3 hits, something like that, or after 1 EX move we start seeing massive scaling. So this is probably going to scale just because he did EX Lariat after headbutt. I won't know. We won't know until
we're not gonna know until the game actually drops in those specifics. But anti-air cool. Super though, anti-air super on Zangief, man, now you gotta be scared to jump in.
I do hate that people were like, some people were like, Zangief, he just looks like Zangief. He looks the same. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, man.
Zangief my man's doing like, splits. Look, he's doing kind of the Mika, and he's getting splits.
I can tell you now, I don't like big characters. I don't like Zangief. I don't like Abigail. I don't like E Honda. I don't like characters like that. And technically, E Honda's pretty small in this game.
Honda does look kind of tiny.
But I've never liked those characters.
He is very slouched.
The first game.
Yeah, he is also very slouched. You're all right.
I mean, the Street Fighter 4, he was pretty big. So, same as Hakan. But I've never liked big characters, and this might be.
He was always.
Yeah, he was short.
Sorry, he was always short, slouched. But when he does a taunt, he's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, he when he stands up, my dude's just like, ugh, and he's towering over you.
Very quickly, I was surprised today. I saw the footage yesterday, and I was surprised today with the fact that it was actually EX Lariat. I've never seen an enhanced Lariat before. I wonder if that's like fully involved. My second thing is the tornado. I mean, in the first trailer, he does it into Jackhammer, the trailer, the tornado. Excuse me. He pulls you into the Jackhammer move, and that's hard knockdown.
Does Street Fighter EX series have it?
It has Lariat, but it's very fast.
But I've never seen an EX Lariat, right?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering where we would have seen it.
No,
wasn't
unless the input is. Unless the input is like EX Quesadilla Bomb.
What was that input?
I don't know, but I do know that it had to do with like all 3 kick or all both kick buttons.
Well, for Zangief, it's always been all 3 buttons to do all 3 punches or all 3 kicks. I'm assuming it could be maybe 2 kicks, 1 punch, 2 punch, 1 kick to get EX now. That's what would make sense to me. Because there's literally no other combination you can honestly do. But
then that messes with drive impact.
Does it?
It could mess with drive impact.
No,
Like,
because
if
drive
she's
impact is
holding-
medium would be
No.
mediums and then heavies. No, because you just need 2 kicks and a punch, or 2 punches
because
and
you
a
have
kick.
parries on mediums, and I mean,
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe they might have made it a
don't have
command.
to-
Honestly, we've seen it before where they've made it a command in some other games. I know in I believe it's in Marvel. It's a command in Marvel, like 2 or something like that. I think I wouldn't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's a command. I've
It
seen
might be
before,
quarter circle
pretty
back
honestly.
or half circle. I think it's
Maybe.
half circle back kick.
maybe
I mean, he has
that'd be an
he has the
interesting
open
change.
options.
It wouldn't be the first time they changed
Or,
up something like that for a
you know what?
character, especially a
I'm
long
gonna make
character.
It's simple because like DP, it's probably down.
No, that'd be terrible. That'd be terrible.
Yep. But guess what? I wouldn't put it past them.
Nah, that'd
They
be
changed
terrible.
DP to down. So
No, they didn't change DP to down. They just gave characters DPs that were down.
Chun-Li's
Chun-Li,
DP.
Ryu, both down.
Wait,
Just because-
Ryu's DPs down in this game?
No.
Well, I'm saying in like other games he's had it, so it wouldn't surprise me. It's like
Marvel Infinite doesn't count.
yeah, Infinite. What do you mean it doesn't count?
You heard me.
Yeah, I don't know. Jury's out on that one. Regardless, though, Geef's coming in with some new tools, but it's not the only one. This actually was just posted up about right at 7:00 on the dot, just 2 hours ago. We got a little bit of look at Lily. It's getting some people very interested. Some things I wasn't aware, or really nobody was really aware that was going to happen. That looks like she. So she comes in with her club. She's got her, what is it? It's not Spiral Arrow. That's freaking Cammy's
Condor
thing.
Spire.
Condor Spire. Thank you. I was like, it starts with an S though. She's got her Condor Spire and her super, which seems to be like a vertical version of it with extremely big like hitbox. Like it is like at the edge and it still kind of like hits and it sucks you in, which is kind of crazy. But off the rip, the biggest thing about it is what happened within the first 5 seconds. That it looks like she has some sort of subsystem to her moveset, to her kit.
So I actually had a few conversations with some people about it. I don't know how I feel because like here's the thing. If she has this, just like how Manon has something, Jamie has something, even Kimberly has something, we have to question if they're going to allow it to transfer over to the next round. Because if it's really strong, it cannot transfer over. It has to be something that she either loses it when getting hit or something like that, right? Because look at Jamie. Jamie gets really, really busted strong once he gets to level 3 drink, but it's pretty easy to get to. So they make it every round you have to earn it. Whereas something like where Manon, she's just getting the charges over time. Right?
Kimberly
So-
as well, I think doesn't
Yeah.
change, right? She has to always
I thought
if she uses a can one
Cans.
round, she has
She
to reset cans for the next one. Yeah, I think she.
But if she,
loses
I
them
thought
for
she,
good.
I thought
Not
if
for
she
good.
has 2, like if she had 2, I thought if she didn't use one that round, she
gets one.
uh,
I don't think.
I think
so.
it's based off of winning and losing, right?
I'm gonna have
I'll
to double
double
check,
check
but
later.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't get one afterwards. Like,
I've
at
seen
all.
one. I've seen one before in her next round. I'm positive.
So, to my knowledge,
starts with
I
one.
believe she would always start a round with 1.
Oh, maybe.
However,
that's what it is. Okay.
her super does carry over to the next round.
Yeah, her super
I'm sorry,
buff
not her super,
continues.
excuse me.
Yeah,
The super
her,
buff, yeah.
her critical art buff will continue.
So there are obviously different levels to her wind, Lily's wind. That can also equate over to Jamie's, drinking levels as well.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I mean, we also have Ryu who has the enhancement as well to his
that
fireballs.
doesn't carry over. Yeah.
Right, but at the same time, these are the ways that what we were talking about last week with the layers of the characters. Where I mean, DJ, I don't know if he has like.
I
Yeah,
think
he does
so.
have.
He has something,
dodge,
right?
Sways.
Yeah, he has the charges. He charges it up too, but we don't think he's gonna keep that going into the next round. It's gonna be really, really strong.
But remember,
But
we
you
also
never
have
know. I mean,
Blanca Chan as well.
does
Oh,
Blanca
God.
have
Blanca has,
charge?
he has some sort
he
of
had-
something with the projectile, right?
Yeah.
The dolls that he throws out on the ground. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's
Think of it-
per round. He can't just.
Interesting.
So
I'm
obviously,
Uh-huh.
it's the layers. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just the layers that they're doing because Jury can do the same. She has stocks.
yeah, those don't carry over, but that's always been
at
like
all.
that. It's always been like that. So
They will
that's,
never let
just-
it carry over.
yeah.
I'm just finding the comparison.
No, for sure. Yeah, like that's what I really didn't think about it until you guys started talking about it. I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of characters that do have just subsystems to them. Like, just I mean, Chun doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Wait,
Marissa
what?
doesn't either.
The crouch is the crouch.
No.
stance.
No,
But that's not-
like
that's
I'm
a stance.
talking.
That's
No,
not
that's a
at all.
stance, a subsystem,
Yeah.
something you stock up. She doesn't. Ken doesn't. Guile doesn't.
Thank God
Cammy,
Kyle doesn't.
as far as we know, Cammy doesn't. We don't know really 100%.
Yeah.
Honda
We only
looks
know
like
she
he
has a chargeable
doesn't.
move. That's it.
Geef doesn't look like he does, but that's jury's out on that. But yeah, that's interesting. There's a lot of now. I'm wondering if that is so. Traditionally, when a character has, a subsystem on top of the game mechanics, there tends to be a little bit more. They're not as user friendly, right? Like usually, traditionally, off the rip, like casuals kind of have to, because there's more you have to balance, right? You have to balance. Like a character might not be a full character until they get to a certain state. Like I think, like Jury is solid, but Jury is much more dangerous when she has a stock, right? If she has 3 stocks, there's a big difference between the Jury capabilities there. And the same kind of like some characters like half measures. Ryu is like, sure, if he has it, he has it. If he doesn't, he's still Ryu. Nothing really changed in his kit out of than his firewall being powered up. But Manon, as far as we know, is gonna have different chains or possibly hard knockdowns when it comes to her stocks. The more that she does her hit strikes or hit grabs. Jamie for sure is another one that just objectively gets better the more he drinks. Kind of like me on Saturday nights. So Lily having it as well, because the other interesting thing about her is like her walk speed is her dash. Her dash
Like a
was
slide.
very. It's not even I can't even call it a dash. It's just like it's like a normal step for some characters, but her stance though is so wide though, very very T-Hawk.
Yeah, I was
Very
gonna say very
T-Hawk
T-Hawk.
wise. We actually tweeted out like her stance is the first thing I thought of when looking at her idol. Like it's like if you look at where she's grabbing the clubs, and if those were T-Hawk's elbows, that's literally his stance. Like his hand is like this, pointing towards you. It's a little bit more straight on the left, and he's super wide. So she's definitely, if she's not the daughter, you could definitely tell she's from the same tribe at the very least. But yeah, this additional, like, cause it's already been shown that she's like a bit more spiritual. She's like has some sort of spiritual presence, like it was shown in the trailer. But now that we see that that's actually a part of her kit, does that make her Condor Spires more powerful? I'm not really 100% sure because it looks like we're seeing 2 different versions of it.
It looks like
but
extensions, because I do remember the trailer when she did that. She did it like once and it allowed her to do 2 Condor Spires, I believe. So I don't know. I mean, she seems more effective with it, and obviously allows her to probably combo into it better, combo into supers more effectively. I don't know. I mean, I hated her design originally. I was like, I would never touch this character, and I still probably would never touch this character. But I do hope they did one thing, was add hurt boxes to those weapons. Because I think that's not going to be fair if I have to get past that, and she's making, oh man, that's not okay.
you can't do a street fight and I got weapons, bro. You deserve to lose. Sorry.
And I wonder if Condor Spire is going to be considered like a DP, because like he was able to do he had to do EX, right? Because it had priority if he did it mid-screen, and it was safe from max distance if it touched you. So I wonder if she's going to have it as EX versions of DP, or if she's going to be able to do it.
Yeah, the interesting part of it too is that was EX version, and to boot there seems to be a juggle state, not just for super but potentially maybe for another one after. But there's definitely a juggle state, and it wasn't a special move canceled to super because she actually did finish. But actually, the more I'm looking at the animation, maybe on landing it might be buffering it in there to get it. But yeah,
She might be able to go in the Condor dive right after.
Maybe
There's so much time going down. Why not?
Yeah, we'll have to see. She looks like she's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun. I'm pretty stoked. She's got a lot of people interested for sure. I'm getting a lot of PTSD seeing her in her stance. I just need to get this off the screen right now, please. I don't want to get gripped. I don't want to get gripped. Yeah, she might get zoned. Who knows? Unless those EX Condor Spires are fucking projectile info, then who cares?
I'm flash kicking her.
Oh.